Welcome to Makeup Without Limitations, where there is an uplifting word to help us along our day, and you will always learn something here. In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can set cream blush with your setting powder. It does not always have to be another blush to set your cream blush. If you have a terracotta blush or any cream blush, you don't have to find a matching blush to set it with. You can set it with setting powder or your powder foundation. And I'm going to show you today how to do that. Juvia's Place Terracotta cream blush. I take some in my hand. I have oily skin, so I put a lot because by the time I finish powdering down, the oil in my skin also takes some of that. So I lay it down. You don't have to use your finger. You can use a brush or sponge to lay it down. I'm just using my finger because my finger warms up the product. And this is very pigmented, so you want to start with a little bit at a time. I love blush, so I'm always putting a lot. You see, I have a lot of blush on. Now I have a flat head brush, and I'm just going to stamp all over this, just to spread it out more. I'm not dragging, I'm just stamping. This is the one I stamp. This is the one that I lay down with my finger. You see the difference? Now I'm going to stamp this. You stamp it until you think it gets to the way you want it to look. So you see I have stamped it in. Have my Huda Peach Pie loose setting powder. I take my puff and I put in the powder, and then I stamp it on the back of my hands because I want to take out all the excess. Now the sponge look like this. Well, the puff. And then I go lightly in the beginning because I'm trying to get it on every section of that blush. Once I have it everywhere, I start dabbing a little harder so I can, because I went light first because I don't want to pick up the product. And once it has powder on it, then I can really work it and fix it the way I want without lifting it up. So you see, I set this one with my setting powder, and this one is not set yet. So I hope you can see the difference. Not set, set with setting powder, and you can still see it. It does not have to be a powder blush to set a cream blush. I put my loose powder in here. See the sponge? I'm going to go in here and I take a good amount. And then this is what it looks like. But then I diffuse all of that on the back of my hands. You see the excess, because I don't want it to be cakey. So that's what I do. I diffuse it. And then you see what it looks like now. And then again, I go light just to get a little bit of powder on it before I go heavy so I don't lift it up. I hope that makes sense. And I'll show you. You see, it just has a little bit. Now, I just take the same puff, and now I can go heavy without lifting up the cream blush. And I go in and fix it. See, now it's set and you can still see my blush. You can still see my blush. I take a fluffy brush and I move the excess very lightly. Very lightly. And this is my cream blush set with setting powder and not another powder blush. I hope you like this. This idea was given to me by my sis. Thank you, sis. We were just talking behind the scenes about stuff and that came up. So here it is. I'll come closer so you can see. You see how nicely it gets set? You can use your loose setting powder or your pressed powder foundation to set your cream blush, because I am not a cream blush anything or anything cream because I have very, very oily skin. But when I do use it, cream or liquid, I like to set it. If I don't want it to show up too much, I use my powders and you will still see it. If you have a cream blush and you don't have a matching powder blush, you can set your cream blush with pressed powder foundation or loose setting powder or pressed setting powder, and it will look like this. It is in place. It's not going anywhere. That's it. That's it.